Come on, little fella. Come on. Come on. I've just been handed this little guy. Now, usually, I know he's very, very young, but usually they've got a bit of fight in them. This one hasn't. It's like he's really, really weak. So we're going to see if we can do anything for him. What I'd like to do is just get him built up just a little bit so he's got a bit of fire in him, and then maybe find another nest that I can tuck him into, and hopefully he'll survive. But not looking too good at the moment, looking very weak and no fight in him at all, not really wanting to do much at all, not even standing up. Looks like he's given up the fight. So what I was taught by, and this was by one of the veterinary surgeons, I used to keep falcons when I was younger, and owls, and I used to breed them, and a couple of times I went up there with problems with the birds that I had up to London Zoo, and one of the top veterinary surgeons there, I was talking to him about how people used to always turn up on my doorstep with young birds, little fledglings that have come out of the nest too early, and his advice to me was just to give them a little bit of sugar water. It's the only thing you can really do, a little bit of sugar water, just to give them a bit of energy, make sure they're hydrated, and then try and find another nest where you can tuck them in, and hopefully they'll be adopted. So we'll see what we can do for this little guy, see if it'll start taking some water. So all I'm doing is getting the sugar water and just trying to drop through a straw onto his beak, just so that he gets a little bit of hydration. Come on, little boy, take it. The thing is, I don't know how long it's been out on his own, and it's a really, really warm morning. The chances are he's dehydrated. See, sometimes when they're in this position, it's like, oh, its beak just moved, maybe it's started to take some of the water. A lot of the time they just freeze when they're like this, it's almost like they've given up, they just sit still and do nothing at all. But I've just felt his little beak starting to move. It's taking it now, that's good. Doesn't need much. Yeah, look, can you see? Oh, that's brilliant. Come on, little guy, you'll do it. See it taking the water? And even these small little drops make a massive difference to such a tiny little body. There you go. So all I'm going to do is give it as much as it will take, just so that he's rehydrated. And then, like I say, I'll find a nest. There's a couple of nests around the house, and I don't know if they've got eggs or if they've got young. But ideally, if I can find a nest with similar sized chicks in, I'll just slip him in there, and hopefully the parents will take care of him. The amount of feathers on him though, and there's not many quills. See, when a bird like this little house sparrow is born, or when they hatch, sorry, they're all skin. There's no quills or feathers at all. But then the first thing, oh, that's brilliant. Really taking some of that water in now. When they grow quills first of all, little stubby quills. They look quite strange looking, and then those quills turn into feathers. And you can see this one's got quite a lot of feathers over it, even though you can still see a few quills sticking out. So he's right on the cusp of being ready to go out in the world on his own, very close to it. But I think this one's been a little bit brave and come out a little earlier than he should have done. Come on, little guy, take some more. I don't know if you saw that, you can just about see the beak opening and closing. He's chewing on something, which is good because means that some of this is going, going inside. It's a lovely feeling when you look at that. That's great. It's great when you see them. And first of all, they're frozen. They're so scared they just won't move at all. They won't react to anything. But then when they start to react and relax a little bit, and you actually see them doing this, it's a lovely feeling. You know they've got half a chance of pulling through. Go on, little guy, that's it. What a difference. This is 10-15 minutes standing up, chirping, because one of the parent birds has been down sitting on the edge of the box looking in. Okay, I'll leave this filming here and see if I can catch that. Right, I'll leave that there for a minute and see if the mother comes back down again. So that's a good sign. The little guy's like up and chirping, and parent birds have been down looking for it. What I want to do really is see where the parent birds go to, and if I can find their nest, then the little one can go back in the nest where he came from. This is what we want to see. We want to see that fight. We've had plenty to drink. Look at the adult birds up there. They know he's here now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the little fella up on the roof here in the shade. Off you go. And leave him. Those adult birds, look, they're all around. They know there's a chick there.